Welcome back to our channel. Today is kind of quiet and sad and lonely. My son got sick. First it was his sister and now it's him. So they have both gone down. So you just get old today. He was super bummed out and was like, I guess they're just gonna get old and not restless. So such a bummer. This is actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is the third time I've started this movie. It's not movie. Video, whatever you want to call this, recording. You're being, what is it? How do they say that? You're being recorded for quality assurance purposes. Like, have they ever actually used your recording? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I have recorded. This will be the third time. So the last time started getting real deep and getting kind of whatever. And I'm like, no, we're doing this channel is supposed to be fun. And we're not doing deep. We're not doing it because it's supposed to be for like me and my son and having fun and playing video games and whatnot. So this is the third time I've started. I am not good doing this without him. I need his help. I don't know. Okay, so can you hear that little noise in the background? And of course she stopped now. So I'm in a different room with my rabbit and she is snoring in the background. So if you hear some weird little rumblings, that's her. Also, I am at my art desk and it is completely trashed right now. So if you see things like this is actually a water squirter. You can see like the little hole in his mouth. But this is a water squirter. You can get these on Amazon. They're so...
Look how cute he is. He's so cute. And this guy, they're so cute.
And they come with a... They come with a little water slide thing too. They're for like the bathtub, but we don't have one. We have a shower, and me and my teenager set up like little scenes with rubber duckies and stuff. So like, you know, on whatever day I have a go, then the next day she has a go, and we change them to be like interacting and doing different things. Highly recommend if you have kids. Just like a little whimsical fun thing, you know, like to let them know that you're thinking of them, and it's really funny. So like at Christmas time, I went out and I got, it started off with like rubber ducks that we had won out of a claw machine at the bowling alley. And so then this Christmas, I actually went out and I got like a Santa Claus rubber duck. It came with like Santa Claus rubber ducky, reindeer rubber duckies. And then I got another thing at Target, I think, and it was like stacked up like plastic gifts and a snowman. And they have, it's kind of hard to explain, I'd have to go get it, but it's like they're hard plastic, but they're like movable, like articulated or whatever, and they have like a rubber band going up through the center of them so you can kind of move them. And so we had like a whole entire Christmas situation. Like there's an elf duck, and they came and dropped off all these packages, but there was actually, we found out later there was nothing in the packages, so our ducks got massively ripped off. And my duck, the mama duck, kind of lost her mind and went after the elf duck. So we do like a whole situation. Where does this go? A whole situation. They're really fun and cute. But yeah, you can get those on Amazon if you're remotely interested. I'm such an influencer. But yeah, so obviously you can tell my son is not here today, which is sad. He was playing in his room. I think he finally gave up and he's watching TV now. I'm not sure. But he feels crummy, so since we homeschool, I kind of spoil them when they're younger like this, and they don't usually do school if they're feeling like death warmed over. My daughter is in like an online academy now, so like she has to show up basically unless she's on death's door. So it's not like, you know, they don't know how to do that. It's just, that's one of the beauties of homeschool, is that if your kid is sick and feeling like crud, then you don't have to have them show up and do the work. So he's getting a freebie day today, and I am failing miserably at putting this puzzle together. Yeah. And then I also, this is like now the third time I've recorded this because the last two got really heavy and deep because that's who I am when I'm not around my kids, unfortunately. So yeah, I've got this whole contraption set up right now that my phone, like, this is not a professional channel by any means. I've got like an upside down Mitchell's ice cream cup, a wood block from Natural Life, and a Shooky phone holder thing propping my cell phone up in front of my laptop. So this is hashtag life. And then this, if you're wondering what this is, these are Christmas hanger ornament things. I didn't want to clean my desk. So there, that's the truth. Like, I love you all, but not enough to clean for you. So no, it's not that. I have a lot of health issues. One of them is called cervical radiculopathy, which means I have a pinched nerve in my neck, and I cannot do a lot of cleaning anymore, unfortunately, because it ends up flaring that up really bad, and then I can't function, and it's miserable. So shout out to anybody that deals with that. I know exactly how you feel, and it's horrendous. But anyway, so the last one I had started talking about movies, but it was like we were talking about adult movies. And since this is supposed to be a channel for like me and my son playing video games, I'm going to redo that as good movies, fun movies. I was starting to get into like psychological thrillers and stuff like that. So we're not gonna go there. But yeah, super awesome movies, in my opinion, which again, please take this with a grain of salt, because you might have different, whatever, opinions, allowances for your kids, whatever you want to say. But in my opinion, personally, awesome movies that everybody would enjoy, like pretty much at any age. Or TV shows too. So let's start with TV shows because that's way easier. So Peep in the Big Wide World on PBS Kids. Excellent, like excellent show. So funny. Kind of dry humor, sarcastic. And I don't know, we have so many quotes from that. My kids are, I think they would say like kind of self-proclaimed. I mean, maybe they wouldn't, but maybe I'm throwing them under the bus here. They're kind of self-proclaimed dorks because like one time they were so obsessed with Peep in the Big Wide World that I think it was my daughter went to the trouble of actually handwriting out the entire script of one of the episodes and then making me, my son, and her all reenact the entire episode. It was kind of iconic, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't mad about it. It was so funny. But anyway, so Peep in the Big Wide World, amazing. If you have like littles, Peg Plus Cat on PBS Kids is really funny and cute. Used to love Octonauts is the bomb. What is the Storybots? I was on like Storybots. I couldn't think of how it went. Or what the word was, but yeah, Storybots. I think that was on Netflix. I don't know. We haven't seen that in a million years because we don't have Netflix anymore. But that was really fun. All the PBS Kids, not all of them, several of them. So like Martha Speaks, we used to watch that. I don't even know. When my daughter was little, I used to have to watch Dinosaur Train. It was so brutal. Like, oh my gosh, so brutal. Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus. Like, I don't like dinosaurs to begin with, so that was like, so glad I'm committing this crap to memory and I don't care. But anyway, I don't even know if that's still on. We used to watch Daniel Tiger, which was really cute and I liked it, but it was also kind of a front to nature because I grew up with Mr. Rogers, and so it was like, okay, this cartoon tiger is adorable, but I'm gonna need the Crayon Factory. So we used to watch that though. That was cute. My son hated that. I don't know why, because God forbid he learned manners or something, but that used to fill him with rage when he was little. So, yeah, just heads up if you have a little boy, might not be into it. Might, but might not. Oh, I wish my kids were here because they could throw out all of the different, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so those are some good shows. Definitely check out Peep in the Big Wide World. In fact, I was just telling my physical therapy massage lady at Pain Management, I was just telling her about Peep in the Big Wide World the other day. So, like, that's how good it is. Like, even like as an adult, it's still such an amazing show. Oh, Sarah and Duck. I almost forgot Sarah and Duck. Sarah and Duck is another excellent, excellent show. It's about a little girl and her duck. And there are no parents. I don't know what happened to them. There is no story arc involving the parents ever. But she manages, and she and the duck have a beautiful life together. And it's absolutely hysterical, and there's all kinds of different characters on the show that are also amazing, like Plate Girl. Who knew? And Scooter Boy. And I love little kids because literally that's how my brain works now. Like, oh, when I'm playing Hello Kitty, it's just like, oh, it's Froghead or whatever, because I can't think of Karabi's name. So, and that's Sarah and Duck. But anyway, so that's also an excellent show. And then movies for like all ages. Again, I'm trying to keep this family friendly because I started going down a whole other thing with the last video that I tried to record, and it was getting into like World War Z, which is a zombie movie, which is not appropriate for kids. It's not really appropriate for anybody. But anyway, so we're not gonna do that. And I do not recommend that movie. It was not it. That's what I get for trying to watch movies when I'm sick. Anyway, movies that are Lego Batman. Lego Batman at 100 million% is absolutely hysterical. The first time we saw it, we were staying in the Outer Banks at the beach, and it was super late at night. My son was all snuggly and half passed out from a day at the beach, and that movie was on, and we'd never seen it before, and oh my gosh, it was so stinking hilarious. So love that. Always has a special place in my heart. Where does this go? Do you go there? Do you go? Oh, you go there. Okay. So Lego Batman, always a winner. If you like Legos, if you like any of that, like the Lego Marvel, whatever, I don't know, it's got Iron Man in it. That's really funny. I don't personally love the Lego movies, like with Emmett and whatever, but my kids do. So, and they're appropriate. They're just, I don't know. They don't do a whole lot for me personally. But yeah, so those are awesome. If you have littles, the Paw Patrol movie that came out in the theater a couple years ago, we went and saw that. That was really funny and cute. Core memory, like this little, it was so cute. I can't remember what it was. It was like a bad guy, whatever, something was happening. And there was like probably a 3 or 4 year old down front in the theater. And I think it was a girl, I'm not sure, but she was like, no, like she was so just stricken with whatever was going on, and it was so sweet and cute. So highly recommend that if you, even if you're not, like, I've never really been super into Paw Patrol, but it was cute. I was, when I was growing up, my mom, there were certain things that like we were not allowed to watch because she hated them. Like, so all the Rankin Bass Christmas movies and stuff, she hated the animation, like the art in them. So like Heat Miser and Frosty and all of it, like I was not allowed to watch those growing up because she hated them. And I tried to be, breaking those generational curses, try to be better about that myself with my kids, but I'm not gonna lie, there are some that I'm just like, I can't handle that. Like Dinosaur Train. But yeah, so I was never super into Paw Patrol, but that is a really cute movie. Penguins of Madagascar, absolutely hysterical. Love it. I'm trying to, Snow Time. So there's two, they're based on books, and I think they're Canadian. The one's called Snow Time, and the other one's called Race Time. Look those up. Those are really funny and cute, and the art is really cute in them. We try to watch those in the winter. We found those on accident at the beach one night too. It was late and we were trying to find something to watch, and I just happened to stumble upon them, and they are adorable. So that is cool. And then I'm gonna wrap this up here pretty soon because it's just me today and that's boring. But I'm trying to think of other, I mean, we have so many movies that we watch. I could just go turn the TV on and like look at all of them. If my kids were around, they could tell you. They'd be shouting them out. Maybe we'll do another video sometime when my son is not feeling like crud, so he can help an addled-brained mama out here. But oh, what am I thinking of? All the Tinkerbell movies, if you have little girls, we watched, when my daughter was little, we watched all the Tinkerbell movies, are super cute. If you're Gen X, what in the world is that sound? If you're Gen X like me, Secret of Nim is amazing. It's still to this day one of my absolute favorite movies. My kids, well, my daughter likes it. I don't know about my son. But, oh, sorry. That was my bad. Secret of Nim, The Last Unicorn, The Labyrinth. Again, these are all Gen X type movies, and your kids may or may not. I know my kids really well, so like my son has zero interest in Labyrinth. I think it would freak him out and he doesn't like it. My daughter actually just went with me to the theater to see it when it came out last month. So it kind of just depends on your kid, like on their maturity level and on their, if they can handle freaky things like that. Like my son does not like things like that. So yeah, keep that in mind if you are like, oh yeah, let's check out the Labyrinth. Like, you may or may not be scarring your kid for life. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other, The Petite Prince, or Le Petit Prince, it's French. That's an excellent, excellent movie. Hopefully I'm not calling my son out here, but he hadn't seen it. Me and my daughter had seen it already multiple times. He hadn't seen it, and we watched it, and he's very sweet and sensitive, and he was crying. That movie really, especially if you have like, my dad passed away 8 years ago, so, you know, their grandpa died, and if you have a situation like that, it might hit a lot harder. Or if you have, you know, some other elderly person in your life that means a lot to you and to your kids. But that is such a good movie, especially now, because it's kind of like